Hey guys, so I haven't posted to this channel in a couple of years, and I think because when I started, I thought it would be good therapy to kind of video my childhood experiences and talk about different medical stuff, and then I kind of just lost not really interest, but just I couldn't figure out how to do it correctly. My videos were only like 4 or 5 minutes long, and I just didn't really know. So I thought I would jump on here quick and just try something new, kind of go over a 2019 year in review. I have my glass of wine and my glass of soda, just depending on how the video goes. And I'll try not to make it too lengthy. I just figured this would be good for me to be able to sit down and kind of just let it all out. Hopefully, help somebody else out there that's kind of going through the same stuff, or just let people know they're not alone. So, last year was undoubtedly the worst year of my life. Um, I lost my mother. I'm 38 years old. I lost her on April 10th. It was sudden and unexpected. She had a brain aneurysm, and they found her in a chair in her living room. She had just had LASIK eye surgery that morning, came home to take a nap and kind of sleep off the anesthesia. Wasn't feeling very good, but was sleeping. As far as everyone was concerned, she was sleeping. And it wasn't till about 5 hours later that they found her in the chair, not breathing. They rushed her by ambulance to the hospital, and they ran all the testing. And this was on April 9th, is when she had the aneurysm. So they rushed her to the hospital. They did all the testing, and they kind of waited until all the family could get out there to make any decisions. I live 4 hours away from everybody else. So we left my house at midnight that night on the 9th to drive out so I could say like the final goodbye, and I could be there when the doctors gave all the information. I remember it being a horribly long drive that I dreaded. Uh, I had been up all day since 6 a.m. and then leaving at midnight, and we wouldn't be able to getting there until between 5 and 5:30 in the morning. And then I was just scared because I'd never experienced anything like this, and I didn't know what I was going to walk into, or how it was going to be to say goodbye to her, what was going to happen the next few hours, what was I supposed to do, what was I not supposed to do, what was the right way. And I've come to realize there is no right or wrong way. Everybody deals at that moment the best they can. And so that's what I did. I walked in and held her hand and told her it was okay, that I loved her. Um, and within a few hours, the rest of my family had showed up, and then the doctors came in to just let us know that there was no brain activity. There was nothing we could do. She would never regain consciousness. She was on a ventilator. So, as a group, we decided to take her off the ventilator. We sat around her, played her favorite music, um, for about half an hour, 35 minutes, and then she took her last breath. From then on, my world was like a nightmare. It didn't hit me at first. I kind of just floated in like a zone of I'm not facing reality. Uh, you know, I we had the funeral, and uh, so we had the calling hours and then the funeral within just a few days. It was traveling back and forth. I didn't really take any time to process my feelings. I knew I wasn't feeling great at all, but I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing or feeling, or was it okay to cry all day long, or was it, I just didn't know. So after that, my emotions just spiraled. I got so angry, so very angry, which I know is part of the grief process, but I still got really angry. I went from being angry with her for leaving us so soon, angry at myself because I didn't spend enough time with her, angry at the world for letting this happen. And I still don't really know why she was the one, to go so early. My daughter's birthday is April 8th, and she passed away on April 10th. She was supposed to come out here. My daughter turned 16 last year. She was supposed to come out here for the birthday party, but because she was having the LASIK surgery 2 days later, the next day, she didn't want to travel because the surgery had already been postponed and postponed. So they were kind of like, this was the third time, and she needed to have it done, or she wanted to have it done. Just a simple cataract procedure. So it had nothing to do with what the events that happened afterwards. I'm just kind of giving you the backstory that April 8th was her birthday. We had her sweet 16. She couldn't make it out for that. My daughter talked to her the next day, and then I got the phone call. My daughter talked to her on the 8th, and then I got the phone call at work on the 9th, just before 4, just around 4. And from then on, it was just all a blur. It was waiting at home for updates. It was, should I leave now? Should I leave in the morning? What are we doing? So it was just crazy and chaotic and sad and terrible, and just a lot of things going on. So that started my 2019 year, and it really kind of, I don't want to say controlled, or that event is what set the tone for the rest of the year. It's hard. Grief is hard. Grief is a horrible, horrible, hard thing to go through. There's no manual. There's no right or wrong. It's just day by day, minute by minute. You're angry, you're crying, you're mad, you're swearing. You're just hurt, and you can't express that hurt enough to ever replace that person that's gone. So it really affected every aspect of my life, from concentrating at work to relationships at home with my husband, angry all the time, taking it out on everybody I was surrounded by. And I started, I was in therapy already at the time, and I credit that for helping me at least acknowledge my feelings and letting me know what I was doing was normal, or letting me know how to deal with stuff as it came up. That was a huge help. Even though I struggled, and even though there were just days I just didn't want to talk and I didn't want to do anything, it helped a lot. So I guess my point is that you're not alone when you deal with grief, and there's no right or wrong way to handle it. Obviously, if I could do anything, I would bring her back, but I have to figure out how to move on by showing her spirit and carrying on like she would want us to, and just being the best for my kids that I can be, and not holding on so hard to the anger and the pain, feeling it but not letting it consume my life. So I just want to put this video out there. If you've ever experienced grief, or you're going through grief, you're not alone, and I'm here if you ever want to ask questions or anything. And maybe you've been through it, and you can let me know some of the things that you did to get through it and to get you in a good place. So thanks for watching. Feel free to comment down below, subscribe. I'll be making more videos. I think I'm going to do like twice a week, maybe. Just put it out there, see if we can all start helping each other. So if you have any questions, leave it down below. Thanks, guys.